So, if you're looking to actually save people, so like save your friends from the degeneracy. So, before I tell you that, let me tell you my story. So, my story is that I'm, I just today I went into a field trip and I was in the bus. I was just getting back to, I was like after getting back. It's like I learned a lot of things from that field trip, and one of the guys I sat to was scrolling down on his phone. And he was like just like scrolling and scrolling. And I asked him, "Are you addicted to your phone?" Well, you don't really need to say that. Just like I asked him, "How much screen time did you have on your phone?" And he said, "Oh, like 6 hours," which was actually a lot, to be honest. I haven't even. This is the first time I'm actually picking up my phone, but he said that he's been addicted to it for, I don't know. He had trauma and stuff, and he said that he's like his words that he was saying that like, oh, I'm just fat, I'm just like it's like can't really do much about it. And we started talking about, like, I started hearing about more about his life and how he had trauma with his parents and stuff. His like dad is drinks a lot of beer and his mom isn't happy, and his sister. Well, there's not really much about his sister and his little brother and his like older brother, like him hating he hates his older brother. And the only thing that he wants to do is see his mother smile. He only wants to see that. And I reminded him of the trauma. Basically, I told him like he started saying like, "Oh, I'm someone different from the outside." But basically, I'm different on the outside and also different on the inside. Basically, he's happy in the outside but sad on the inside. And I reminded about his trauma, and then he started crying, like, because he actually thought that he was a failure, and that's one of the worst things that you could say to yourself, to be honest. And this is where I started to like say that no, you can do it. You can. You're worthy. You're worthy, basically. And I started showing him Hamza videos. To be honest, he was going to the gym already. He was trying to go to college, and I told him go watch Hamza videos. And I sent him one, and I was hoping that I was gonna help him. To be honest, because I didn't want him. Usually, when I try to tell people, actually, I'll leave that off. I'll tell you about it more later. So he watched it, and he does agree with it, and he does agree. He did actually agree that yeah, I was wasting my time, which he actually, I'm pretty sure he finally acknowledged. So he told me he's spending a bunch of times playing video games, and I might have just saved his life. To be honest, he might. I mean, to be honest, I don't know what will happen to him now, since I'm not sure if he's gonna go watch more Hamza videos or. But I at least told him that's the first step, and I told him to improve his mental health. If he also wanted to lose weight, he was also 257 pounds. I told him to improve his mental health and, become addicted to Hamza so he can consume a lot more content and his brain can process a lot more. I guess what I've learned from this is, like, yeah, help the people out that you see that are also being Jeffries. Of course, I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna work like 9 out of 10 out of times, to be honest. The reason for that is because it's like if their life isn't, it's like basically the one thing I see in common is that you need that, basically, like, your life is so crap that you need to change yourself. It's like that. It's like if your life isn't that bad, it's like they'll say like, "Oh, sure, sure," but they won't take any action because their life isn't that bad. I mean, for me, bullied from like getting betrayed by my friends and being just like needy and just tired. I got tired and I started watching Hamza videos. Like I want basically more girls. I wanted more love, and and I learned a lot. But you can't really convince them, to be honest. I mean, I was able to save that guy because, because I'm gonna be honest, because probably from all that trauma is so bad that he needed to change, to be honest. But you can't really help people that just like say, oh, I don't really want to. Well, basically, it's like they're like, oh, sure, like I might see it, but then they don't really take it seriously. But if you can, in school or if anywhere you see, go talk to someone and like have a conversation with them. To be honest, it lasted like an hour or something, but I might have just saved his life, to be honest. Unless he does actually start wanting to change his life, and I hope he does, to be honest. That's the best thing I could see. Oh man, but that is your actionable step. If you can see someone that you can help out, go do it. I mean, to be honest, in 9 out of 10 it might not work because their life maybe hear them out. He maybe hear their story out. But I mean, the one thing I did learn in common, if you are trying to help people, is that mostly it's only the people who have the most pain that actually want to change themselves, not the ones who had like the least amount of pain. I mean, we all still feel for them, but it's like it's unfortunate that it's basically they have to wait for that compound effect to take a hit, and then they're gonna feel so crap. Then it's gonna be impossible to change unless they actually really want to. It's really tough. That's what's going on, but we can change it. I'm pretty sure these videos can also help people out, so I'm grateful for that. There is no, I mean, not honestly. Yeah, I'm just gonna write the actionable step, but alright. Do the right thing and don't give up. Alright, take care.